2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trailblazers up against the Knicks in New York. Checking out New York. They lost their first matchup against these guys. This, their final game against them in the regular season, looking to finish with a split. And Shaq, we're going to see Terry Stotts behind the bench here. One of the longest tenured coaches in the league.
Yeah, I think he's been with Portland 7-8 years now. A passionate coach. He keeps his team very competitive.
Well, 78 years or 7 or 8?
7 to 8.
Oh, okay, gotcha. He's an innovative offensive mind, though. I will tell you that. Guys play hard for him. He's got a great backcourt. It's easy to see why the Blazers have kept him around so long.
And we take you to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
78 years.
7 to 8.
Doesn't look that way.
The subway system in Manhattan, part of the experience here in New York. There is no better way to start off the new year than with the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. Hey, Dave.
Well, Damian Lillard is not just the best player on the Blazers, he's the team's unquestioned leader. But he said leadership is not all about talking. It's about letting others hold you accountable too, being coachable and committing to a common purpose. For him, guys, being a leader doesn't mean he puts himself above his teammates.
I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. Well, we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Nurkic.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Rodney Hood out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. And for the Knicks, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Smith is out there with Barrett. And it's Dotson in at the 3, the small forward. We're just halfway through the season, Brent. Talk about the value of leadership and keeping everyone focused night in and night out.
A lot of that will come from your coaching staff and the messaging, but I will tell you what, Kevin, playing with a star player that goes out there and does it night after night, watching James Harden, watching Russell Westbrook, watching Steph Curry have the kind of unreal performances for the game 56, the game 68. You're just sitting there in amazement. You want to step up and say, you know what, I want to be there for you.
But to me, that may be the most important, like every game they're there. Right? Every single game.
They are there. They're excited to be there. They're excited for you to be playing, and they raise the level of your attentiveness to being competitive on a nightly basis. And truly, those guys become inspirational to you.
Yeah, easy call.
And he's flourishing as a scorer. But, Brent, how does Julius Randle take that next step?
Well, I think, Kevin, if he keeps improving on his consistency, shooting from that 10-foot to 16-foot range where guys are daring him to shoot and not wanting to deal with him driving into them. You know, last year he went up 6 percentage points from 35% to 41% in that 10 to 16-foot range. You keep seeing that kind of improvement, the growth in his game is going to come.
That free throw good from Randle.
Well, Fizdale, part of those great teams in Miami as an assistant coach with Eric Spoelstra. He coaches with a lot of fire and enthusiasm, is very involved emotionally in what his team does on a daily basis, and it's why a lot of these young players are gravitating towards his coaching style.
Both free throws good from Randle. And New York hoped that Fizdale's likability would be a factor in free agency.
Yeah, I think it's going to help the Knicks as they move forward here. Try to find some stability with their coach. That way David Fizdale and his messaging can remain consistent with the type of players that they try to attract here to Gotham.
Here's Dotson. Tries to save it, and his first shot of the game, no good. Looking at the Knicks, they want to turn it around after the loss to Washington. Anthony left side. Lets it go from 14. Nice touch on the bank shot.
Well, Carmelo Anthony operating in the mid-range is just danger zone. You got to put your defense at DEFCON 1.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Passes to Randall. Anthony with the defensive effort.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Smith following the score by Damian Lillard. And it's Smith penetrating. And no good that time. Excellent D there from Anthony.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
Hood gets the bucket.
Yeah, only so much the D can do, as Hood's great at figuring out how to beat him on the inside, moving the ball around nicely.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to Barrett. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
And off the schneid here, 1 of 5, but that's a big one.
For Portland, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Anthony right side. And Portland again with the bucket.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
Smith against Lillard. Nice shot by Smith.
Smith Jr. working on his shot and now working to get going in the mid-range.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Put on the wing from past the arc. It's not going to go for him. Now the Knicks take it the other way. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. The Knicks have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Now here's Barrett. Defense is right there. For 3, Smith.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's McCollum. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
Lillard against Smith. The dish to Randall. Good work defensively by Anthony. Portland leading by 4. Here's Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Knicks shooting a mere 25% from the floor in this first quarter. Here's Smith. That shot off.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going. That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
An effective mid-range scorer. Barrett excels at finding openings in the defense and capitalizing.
Lillard outside. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by New York. It's stolen by Anthony. Floats it up there for Nurkic. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Yeah, Hood does a good job there of surveying the floor and being ready to deliver the pass.
Knicks trail by 6.
Well, Portland being up there in the PNW, that's the Pacific Northwest, always means a lot of air miles. Matter of fact, they lead the league pretty much every year in distance travel.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Because Melo's such a great scorer, you respect the pump fake even more. Deft at using it that time.
Right, you talk about all that travel for the Blazers. That can wear you down.
Well, interesting. The Blazers have done some particular things off the floor for their players, bringing in UV lights into the locker rooms, coffee before the game. It's very much hipster Pacific Northwest.
That free throw good from Anthony.
And Melo's still bringing the passion to the floor. No matter what's going on around, he's still going to be a gamer.
And both free throws good for Anthony.
Well, the Knicks had a lot of turnover trading for expiring contracts. They did what they could to accommodate the wishes of a lot of vets.
Yeah, the problem right now for the Knicks is they're not inviting to a lot of free agents, and that's really where they're trying to make their play. So fascinating over the course of the past decade that New York has not been able to attract the top-tier talent. So building through the draft, Coach Fizdale hopeful that they'll land a star one way or another.
And that mid-range jump shot discouraged for many players, but not for C.J. McCollum.
I love the way that C.J. can just wind his way to spots on the floor and speeds up when he wants to, not when the defense is asking him to.
Throw good, McCollum.
And the Blazers GM called Portland a cocoon market. Not a lot of exposure, but these fans sure love their team.
Well, maybe you have to look at the front office and credit them for understanding the personalities of the guys that they rely on here in McCollum and Lillard. Not really going out to seek the limelight, wanting to concern themselves with getting better as basketball players, and then wanting to make an impact in a community. It's come together nicely for them in Portland.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
Count it.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Knicks trail by 11. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Dotson. No good, unable to end this run. And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat grade from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
Taj Gibson's checked in for the Knicks. Kevin Knox comes in for Damian Dotson. Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Trailblazers. Here's Trier, covered by Lillard. Pass to Knox. 6 to shoot. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Anthony's got his 4th rebound in this one.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And there's the pass to Ariza. Anthony trying to get open. Ariza no up. Knicks trail by 11. Here's Knox. Count that one.
Well, you love to see that Knox just inviting the contact and doesn't mind it one bit. Wants to show he's got the strength.
Now Ariza. A 14-point game for him in the win against Phoenix.
And also 3 steals. So he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Now here's Lillard. Defense right on him. Over to the left wing. This one for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 5 assists in the game. Here's Barrett. He had 27 points last game. Stolen by McCollum. Passes it to Anthony. A shot, no good. Great D that time from Gibson. Down low, here's Portis. And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA, but now he does produce.
And great big man to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And he makes the first. Brent, when it comes to moving around in tight quarters without a lot of space, who's the quickest player that you have seen in a half-court set this year?
It's still remarkable to watch where it is that Kyrie Irving can get to on the floor in any sort of possession. It's like he could take, 50 dribbles in a phone booth and find a way out of it, spinning around and finding gaps within the defense.
What a handle.
But it's not his handle with just the one hand, right, Kevin? It's that he has an idea of, after he does the moves around the traffic, when he gets into the basket, multiple ways of finishing, much like Rod Strickland, who's a tremendous finisher in his days years and years ago. Kyrie's got a lot of that in his game.
Knicks trail by 8. Pass to Knox. A second chance effort. The layup missed. Portland's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. And finish off by Hezonja.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And so here is New York. The Blazers getting the bucket. Ariza outside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And it's easy to see why a team would want Ariza on their roster. Makes the right decisions, mentors young players, and is well respected throughout the league.
Portland shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good.
Well, known as a defensive specialist for many years, it's the ability for Ariza still to consistently be a threat out there from the three-point line, especially from the corners.
Both free throws good from Trevor Ariza. Knicks trail by 12. In the corner, Knox with it. And it's good off the back rim and in. Knox has got his second basket of the game.
Like it when you fire it to a teammate who's ready to shoot, and Kevin Knox was.
McCollum outside. To the left wing. Ariza outside. Here's the 3. Good on the triple. Ariza's got 5.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Here's Trier. That shot off. Now Portland takes it the other way. There's the lob to the hoop. And finish off by Hezonja.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Here's Barrett. Portland making their last shot. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Collins is checked in. Trier passes to Barrett. Back to Trier. Stolen by Collins. Pass to Whiteside. Shoots over Portis. Whiteside, no good. Knicks trail by 15. And the pass to Trier. Shoots the three. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. The Trailblazers shooting it from their comfort zone so far in this one, 57% from the field. Here's Simons, defended by Gibson. Simons, the pass to Collins. That one a little long.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Explosive off the bounce with great body control. Barrett's most effective when going downhill.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. The Knicks making the shot. Cullen passes to Simons. And the three off target. For New York, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. That's good from Gibson.
Taj Gibson is tough, proven veteran who plays well on both ends of the court.
And New York making a change here. Harkless has checked in, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Lillard's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Passes it to Simons. The Trailblazers rebound. Outside Collins. Clock at 6. Lillard, the pass to Simons. Kicks it out to Collins. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Looking at the Knicks, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Wizards in Washington. Offensive rebound.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
Scooped up. Kicks it out to Lillard. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That's his first foul. Here's Simons. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Misses in close. Smith fires from way outside. And so it's Portland. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Back to the action after this word. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard broke down the keys.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one thing to say, let's be consistent, let's play hard, let's do all of these things. And I think as competitors, as professional athletes, we're going to play hard. You're going to be competitive because we're competitors. We don't make it to this level for no reason. But I think at this level, you also have egos.
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Trailblazers have really been rolling, haven't they?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
On the floor for Portland, Collins is out there with Hazonia. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Whiteside. And it's Simons in at the 2. And here's Smith. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Washington. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Well, Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And DA, that's when he is at his best. Thank you. Here's Lillard. Following the basket by Julius Randle. And there's Collins on the assist by Lillard. And the Trailblazers lead by 14. The Knicks shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. Smith against Lillard. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Lillard, the pass to Hazonia. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Knicks trail by 17. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Smith kicks to Dotson. Shot clock at 6. Back to Smith. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, Kevin, can Dennis Smith Jr. not rely on just trying to be explosive all the time? Can he play with some poise and patience and get the in-between game going to help this offense do what it needs to do to function efficiently? That is the task at hand for Dennis Smith Jr. as he plays for the New York Knicks this season.
Free throw good, Smith. And Brent, you and I were just talking about this. With Smith, he's learning to pass out of or turn to a floater more often on his drives.
Yeah, that's because he used to be able to, because of his athleticism and playing against lesser talent, burst by guys and have no obstruction. Well, in the NBA, it doesn't quite work that way. You've got to find ways to, once you get into the gaps, have decisions at the ready, whether that's to score or make plays for your teammates. That's where Dennis Smith Jr. has to improve.
And now, here's Hazonia. 7 points in the game. Pass to Hood. Over Randle. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Now, hard to read what it is that Rodney Hood might go with in a set like that, so being unpredictable helping him out that time.
Smith finds Harkless. Pass to Robinson. Here's Dotson. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Now, here's Whiteside. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Smith surveying the D. Back to Randle. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And that's the tough part of trying to keep him on the floor. Now he picks up that 3rd foul.
Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Anthony comes in for Hazonia. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Smith. New York, no good that time either.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Hood can't get it to go. Deflects the pass and stolen by Hood. Outside Anthony. The pass to Lillard. High post Nurkic. Inside. Here's Collins, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Nurkic with the steal. Out of bounds, New York takes possession. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You take a look at the Trailblazers. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And seeing where Portland is, they were billed as a team to watch. And they've had some great wins this year. And they have a real chance to continue moving up that list.
Here's Dotson. Over in the corner, Harkless. 4 on the clock. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
And you look at Lillard. He's got a place in the starting lineup as it stands now. He's at number 5 in the Western Conference.
And I really feel like the fans got it right. A lot of players are having big seasons in the West, and he's right up there with the best of them.
And it seems like the anticipation just continues to build each year around this time of the season. Gonna be a fantastic weekend. Now Smith, after the missed 3 by Carmelo. Harkless with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Outside Hood. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Julius Randle picks one up.
Rodney Hood mixing it up, doing a good job of getting in there and drawing a foul.
The Trailblazers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. First free throw is good. Now the shot clock resets to 14 seconds on an offensive rebound. Brent, do you like that change?
I think digging into the numbers a little bit, Kevin, it only affects about 3% of total possessions.
Is that all?
Yeah, throughout the course of the year. Not in any given game. So it's very, very...
No kidding.
Very, very minimal what happens. But what I like is that, you know, players have to reset quickly with 14 on the clock. And I think coaches are starting to think about how it is they might have quick sets as opposed to getting the ball to the top of the key and trying to run through a traditional set. Maybe you have quick sets after the reset to get yourself a better shot.
More strategy. The offensive rebound uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Now here's Lillard. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Phoenix.
You can't forget about all those well-timed swipes either. His timing on the defensive end was simply sublime.
And so it's Randle bringing it up now for New York. It's a 16-point game. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. And that'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. Snatched up. The Trailblazers have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Deep 2 from Anthony. They get the rebound. Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane there, hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
Here's Smith. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. He kicks it to Randle. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. And it's 6 points for Julius Randle.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Outside Hood. Passes it to Ariza. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Ariza much improved as a free thrower over the course of his career.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. first free throw is good.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
For the Knicks, Taj Gibson's checked in for Julius Randle. Barrett comes in for Damian Dotson. And Alonzo Trier's subbed in for Smith. And a switch here also for Portland. McCollum's checked in for Damian Lillard. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And the Knicks with possession here. They trail by 18. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor, or you're going to struggle.
Yeah, the best way to make it hard on teams is continue your motion, and their motion on the perimeter just wasn't good enough. That ended up costing them.
And here's McCollum for three. It's rebounded by Barrett. Barrett's got his fourth rebound in this one. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Trier. He's guarded by McCollum.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Robinson against Hood. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Rodney Hood showing he's got some handle with his game there, every so often catching the defense off guard.
Knicks trail by 18. Here's Trier. Kicks to Barrett. To the paint. And there's the defensive 3-second call. For New York, they have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. Here's Knox. Ariza covering, and Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Trier. He's guarded by McCollum. Trier passes to Knox, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Rodney Hood.
Well, that kind of activity from Kevin Knox is going to pose some problems for the defense.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That one is off.
Now, Kevin Knox got a ton of experience in his rookie year playing for the New York Knicks. The 9th overall pick in 2018 out of Kentucky. Played nearly 30 minutes a game. That's a lot of minutes to try to understand your game at the pro level and then what you need to work on.
And he sinks the second. Trailblazers leading by 16. McCollum outside. Pass to Hood. Nurkic in the post. Guarded by Robinson.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Portland's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
And he comes up with the deuce. Barrett's got 8 points.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Cullen passes to Nurkic. Hood deciding where to go with it. From downtown, hits it from three-point range. That's 10 points for Trevor Ariza.
Well, Trevor Ariza makes a living out there beyond the arc.
Knicks trail by 17. Now, here's Barrett. He's got 8. Pass to Trier. Stolen by McCollum. And there's Ariza. That's good on the assist by McCollum. McCollum's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. New York's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Trier. He's guarded by McCollum. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
The Knicks have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. Bobby Portis has checked in for New York. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Hezonja comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Simons in for Rodney Hood. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Now the pass to McCollum. He kicks to Ariza. 6 on the shot clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And here's a look at some numbers for Whiteside. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. He's getting around 8 points a game, 17 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And when it all comes together for him, this is what he's capable of.
Yeah, this is what his coaches have been waiting for that light bulb to turn on. And right now, it is burning bright. He looks fantastic.
Both free throws good from Trevor Ariza. Knicks trail by 18. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. Here's Trier after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Here's Gibson. And another shot. And it's good on the way in.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Simons. McCollum outside. To the left side wing. Clock at 6. Simons, the pass to Hezonja. And Gibson sends it back.
Taj Gibson doing a good job of just getting the hands up, and then the instincts come into play with the block.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. And that one falls for Barrett. Lillard's checked in for Portland. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And what you like about Barrett is his all-around game, a versatile guard / forward who wants to keep improving.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 10. To the right side. Pass to Hezonja. Dishes to Whiteside. Shoots over Portis. Whiteside, good. And the Trailblazers lead by 18. And so it's Portland holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. You know, I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They are in control of this game, up by 18. Kenny?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
They were not running an efficient offense. The shot selection has to improve. It's as simple as that. Too many guys working as individuals, not as a team. They need to work as a unit, Ernie. Move the ball.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
Welcome back. The calendar has flipped over, and so have we, into the second half of our broadcast. Without question, Trevor Ariza displaying his skills today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And Portland has possession. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. And that game will be game 2 of 5 out on the road. Mitchell Robinson out there with Taj Gibson. Then it's Barrett. Then it's Dennis Smith. And it's Dotson in at the small forward position. And that's the group for David Fizdale as we begin the second half.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Lets a floater go. Here's Gibson. Here's Robinson. Gibson in the post. Anthony on him. No good from Gibson.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
Gibson against Anthony. Pass to Azania. Tries a 3. Knicks with the rebound. Feeds to Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
Incredible night for Barrett. He scores in a multitude of ways, and he brings the effort on every possession.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 12. Azania, the pass to Lillard. That one doesn't go. Excellent D that time from Robinson.
So far, Kevin, the third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
A chance now to check out the Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Sunday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
The first one falls. McCollum's checked in for Mario Hezonja. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Lillard against Smith. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Right side Hood. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
1 of 5 here, Kevin, to start the half. Their offense looks like it's shrinking right now.
2 open that time, made it look too easy.
Recognizing spacing on the floor there, Dennis Smith Jr. with a nice job of delivering.
Now Hood, 8 points for him. McCollum kicks to Hood. Ripped away. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Barrett.
They look to Barrett in these spots because they trust the young man's ability to finish in the open court.
Now here's Lillard. 12 points for him. McCollum finds Anthony. And again, unable to change momentum here. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Randall's checked in for Taj Gibson. Zach Collins checked in for Portland. Here's Dotson. He's guarded by McCollum. Pass to Barrett. 6 to shoot. Here's Smith. From the high post, he drills it. Smith's got 5 now.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Now here's Lillard, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game, and it's McCollum in the corner. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Dennis Smith.
McCollum becoming one of those guys that has a signature pump fake move on display there.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. No good on that one. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James whose $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought about Jordan too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
Knicks trail by 13. Smith outside. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Lillard, the pass to Collins. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. Knicks have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Puts it up from 12. Smith's shot is good. Smith's got 7 points in the game.
Now, the pull-up J can be devastating if Smith Jr. makes the right decisions. That time he did.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Robinson with the block. Here's Dotson. Misses the 3. Trailblazers leading by 13. McCollum feeling it out a bit. The pass to Collins. Knicks with the rebound. Robinson's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Lillard dishes to Collins. Let's have a look at the league's top scorers for the past month. To say these guys have been hot is an understatement. 5th on the list, Damian Lillard.
What a performance offensively. Something has really clicked with his game over this stretch.
And that one falls for Collins. Your 3 for 7-footer Zach Collins showing some real potential as a 3-and-D rim protector.
The interesting thing about last year and Zach Collins was how he played in the playoffs, stepping up, playing with tremendous confidence, playing with physicality. Showed a lot of signs of why it is Portland moved up a couple years ago in the draft to get Zach Collins in uniform.
Smith the pass to Robinson. Passes to Randall. Stolen by Collins. And now Portland on the break. Ariza's got the ball. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game. He misses the free throw. And New York making a change here. Trier's checked in. Good on the second free throw. Knicks trail by 16. He dishes it to Harkless. Robinson against Whiteside. Pass to Trier. Shot clock at 6. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Trier, covered by Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Harkless. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. And Whiteside's got the ball here for Portland. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
And here's a look at some numbers for Lillard.
The most positive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
That free throw good from Randall.
After being picked 7th out of Kentucky back in 2014 by the Lakers, you remember Julius Randle, an auspicious start to his career, breaking his leg on his very first NBA game. That has not deterred him. Moved from LA to New Orleans, now to New York, an offensive force continuing to improve.
The Knicks making a switch here. Portis is checked in. Now here's Lillard. Not a lot of room. McCollum outside. Pass to Collins. Over Randall. And the jam by Whiteside. And the Trailblazers lead by 16.
Yeah, there's not a rebound that Whiteside cannot get to when he's floating around the charge circle, reaches up, snatches that one down.
The pass to Portis. Passes it to Dotson. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And the basket by McCollum.
That is some touch right there shown by CJ, anticipating he was going to get bumped, but still had his eyes on the prize, Kevin.
Knicks shooting is leaving something to be desired, just 36% here in the third quarter. Trier passes to Randall. He can't get that one to fall. Collins with some nice D. Now here's McCollum. He's covered closely. Here's Whiteside, and Portland again with the bucket.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Randall, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Randall's got 10 points in the game.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Lillard, right side. McCollum outside. There's the triple. And it's Lillard missing.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success. That's a needle in a haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
A different look for New York. Knox, he's checked in for Maurice Harkless. And Barrett subbed in for Alonzo Trier. Mario Hezonya's checked in for the Trailblazers. Now here's Lillard. He's got 14. Ariza, right side. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Just a smooth scorer is C.J. McCollum, and that combination of being confident and crafty keeps helping him pile up points in terms of his career statistics. Now he's at the line.
Lillard dishes to Whiteside. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
And I think Ariza will stay within his offensive game, but right now has it going.
Knicks trail by 19. Pass to Randall. Knox the pass to Randall. Portis trying to free himself. Randall no good. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Three-pointer, Lillard. They grab their own miss. Hezonya's shot is off. New York shooting just 34% from the floor. Here's Randall, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Impactful when Randall can get out wide and run like that in the fast break.
It's McCollum on the wing. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And checking out the numbers for C.J. McCollum. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. 6th in three-point field goal percentage. And he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And back to his efficiency from three, as you said, he's top 10 in the league. Defenses are now trying to deny him the basketball, but really to no avail. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws. 1:51 left in the third quarter. Knicks trail by 19. Here's Dotson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Hassan Whiteside.
Clearly a foul.
And the first one drops.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
He hits both from the stripe. 1:44 left in the third. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. The tray. That shot off the mark. And New York will come the other way. Out to the wing. Here's Dotson. Drills the three-pointer. Dotson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, not a single point in the first quarter, but he's found his game, and you can tell he's got a bit of his swagger back.
Now, here's Lillard. D right on him. Cullen passes to Whiteside. Shot clock at 5. Fades away. That one falls. Whiteside's got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Here's Dotson. He's guarded by McCollum. Here's Knox. Rebound by the Trailblazers. McCollum outside to the middle. Ariza, and it's slammed in by Ariza.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Knicks trail by 18. Knocked away. Ariza up top. Kicks it out to McCollum. Pass to Lillard. There's the pass to Ariza. Off target with his 3. Passes it to Dotson. From down in the low post, it goes. Dotson's got 11 points. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ariza. What a shot!
Oh, yes.
Amazing!
That one counts.
Unreal.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an incredible shot there. Just let it fly, take a chance, and somehow that one goes in.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Right back after this break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so it's Rendell bringing it up now for New York. It's a 13-point game. On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Hazonia. And it's Whiteside in at the 5, roaming the paint. Barrett, no good. Anthony with the bucket. And the Trailblazers lead by 15.
Melo showing some muscle. Impressive right there with that physical finish.
The Knicks shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. And stolen by Lillard. Outside Anthony. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
No good on the free throw. So for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Hassan Whiteside. Rodney Hood subbed in for Mario Hezonja. Knicks trail by 16. Portis, the pass to Smith. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Well, few players in the NBA are as scary as Dennis Smith Jr. when he has speed towards the rim.
Smith just attacks with a ferociousness when he puts the ball on the floor. It can leap out of the building and strong enough to dunk over and through just about any player. Still developing the rest of his game, but you like his aggression when going to the hoop.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Portis. He's looking for McCollum and finds him. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Here's Hood. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Portis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Smith on the wing, covered by Anthony. Smith the pass to Gibson. And no good. Great D that time from Hood. Trailblazers leading by 17. Here's Anthony. It's stolen. Now here's Barrett. He's guarded by McCollum, and the Knicks miss again. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Hood, the pass to Carmelo. Left block shot on the way, and the jumper is on the mark. And the Trailblazers lead by 19.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
For New York, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Outside Portis. Nails the 16-footer.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Lillard looking around. And McCollum now atop the key. Back to Lillard. Puts up a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Lillard against Smith. Kicks it to Barrett. Outside Portis. And there it is for him. Portis has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. McCollum outside. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Carmelo. Over Gibson. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Dotson's checked in for New York. Knicks trail by 18. Smith outside. And stolen by Hood. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. The shot misses. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Here's Smith. Nurkic with the block.
Nurkic seeing an opportunity there to make the impact defensively with the block.
And the basket by McCollum. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 10 assists. Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches? No. Well, I don't know if...
I mean, if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game. Somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. I mean, quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time. Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys, but as the season goes on, you just don't see that very much.
Here's Smith following the score by Damian Lillard. Portis, the bounce pass. Barrett. He's off on that one.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take it down.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. First one falls for him. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Taj Gibson. He's perfect from the line this time. Trailblazers leading by 20.
Hey, yo, get on day.
Here is Lillard. He kicks to Hood. Here's Anthony. Buries it down low.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And here are the Knicks now. Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage from there.
And you like the toughness there. Barrett being more comfortable having to deal with an aggressive defense.
Lillard finds Hood. Robinson with the block. Smith outside. Unloads from 13. And there's another one for the Knicks.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Lillard against Smith. Lillard, the pass to Carmelo. He's off from 17 feet.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Lillard against Smith. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. 22 is their biggest lead. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Lillard's got 21.
Man, both on balance and on point. Damian working through that mid-range area now.
To the inside. Good D by McCollum. Trailblazers leading by 16. That's tipped and stolen by Portis. Here's Smith. That one drops for him. Smith's got 12 points in just the second half.
Oh, great ball movement there.
For Portland, they've gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. And there's the pass to Carmelo. No good that time. Great D that time from Portis. Smith wide open. He fires. No good with the triple. The Trailblazers shooting 57% in this fourth quarter. And it's McCollum off the drive. And that one drops.
Well, he's just so good as C.J. McCollum at when to put the ball down on the floor and penetrate to the inside.
Knicks trail by 16. Passes it to Dotson. Back to Robinson. Inside, 5 on the clock. Smith's shot is good.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, C.J. McCollum.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. We'll see if they were listening, guys.
Thank you, David. Now here's Anthony. Back to Hood. Robinson pulls it in.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Robinson against Lillard. Dishes it to Anthony. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 6th assist on the night. Knicks trail by 16. Smith the pass to Dotson. Smith with it. Got a piece of it. Lillard with it. Now Smith defending. Here's Hood. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
That's a confidence-boosting basket from Rodney Hood after contact.
The Knicks making a switch here. Gibson's checked in.
One of the big calling cards for Rodney Hood and why he can compete at this level is his athleticism. So as long as he believes in that, he can continue to make contributions to any team.
Now here is Smith. Dotson in the corner. Clock at 6. Taken away by Anthony. Lillard attacking. Lays it up and banks it in. Lillard's got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, he's capable of lighting a fuse and putting on a fireworks show. He'll do it in any building. Tonight he's got it going.
And the dunk by Robinson.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And here are the Trailblazers now, following the score by New York. And a wide open look for Hood. Offensive rebound. Whiteside tries again. Robinson with the block. Here's Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
And with this kind of momentum behind him, Barrett, a terror. Love seeing him hammer it home.
Here's Lillard. Pass to Whiteside from 13. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 8th assist in the game. .125 left to play in the final quarter.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Portland.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens,
when you do.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief two-gamer.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Lillard.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Now, here is Smith after the miss from Damian Lillard. Shots good by Gibson.
Yeah, I'm sure the scouting report had something like put a body on Taj Gibson. That time the defense did not.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. McCollum outside. He feeds it to Hood. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Carmelo. The team has had a nice run of late here. What do you think's been the difference?
Just feeling a little bit more confident than we have in the past. Just taking it one day at a time. Something to click. And we're doing our job right now. We're trusting one another. We're believing in one another on both ends of the court. And it's working for us.
Chemistry's really showing up nicely now, Melo. Thanks again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.